Hello guys, how are you? Yeah, that's better. I hope you are doing fine. So today we're talking about 1.3 multi-jet engines, multi-jet, CVTi and so on, because on the Suzukis and whatever cars we do have those engines. So those engines are used on the lot of different models, different cars, but they still do a lot of things in common, very problems in common as well. So let's start here with the Euro 4 models. That model appeared in 2005, thereabouts, and it was a really good engine. It really was, indeed is a really good engine. That engine is capable of 300, 400,000 kilometers, no problem, with no chain rattling, nothing serious. Okay, yes, sometimes they have things here and there, but nothing compared to the Euro 5 engine. That engine has a lot of problems. So before we dig into this, let me try to explain you why is that. It's not a defect of manufacturing. It is just the things that emissions regulations oblige builders to do, manufacturers to do. So the Euro 4 engine was made for that specification. Some of those did not even have DPF. It was a really free engine. It could work with 5W40. 10W40 even, no problem. But then on the Euro 5 engines, things got a little bit more restricted. And as you can imagine on the video that I did about DPFs, I'll give you up here the link so you to see. As you have more, not really obstruction, but as you have to comply with emission standards, you have also to try to alleviate some friction inside your engine. So the chain is really much smaller. Okay, chain is smaller on all 1.3 engines, and that's the reason why, because you don't want a lot of mass going around over there. The engine itself is really very small, if you can understand that. Compared to the Bialbero 1.3, it's also twin cam. It's half of that. The oil, that's the issue. The oil has to be different for the Euro 4 engine. The Euro 5 oil is much thinner for two reasons. First of all, to decrease the friction inside the engine, and you will have more problems because of that, okay? And at the same time, less soot going to your DPF. If you do the experiment of using a 10W40 or 5W40, well, the 5W40, if it is a good oil that complies with the C3 norm, it can work. But the thing is, if you use a thick oil to protect your engine, you are now obstructing your DPF and all the exhaust system. So on the Euro 5 engine, the problem is really the quantity of oil inside the oil pan. If you can understand, the quantity of the oil of that engine is only 3.2 liters. It's very small, it's very little. And you have a very low quantity of oil. There is a very thin oil because of the engine and because of the soot, of the ashes that go to the DPF. That engine will not last you very longer. I did repair some of these engines, and the problem is they start to consume a lot of oil because the piston rings become stuck on the closed position. They become stuck on the piston itself, and now the oil can go to the combustion chamber and exhaust. And now you have oil on your exhaust. The thing that you are trying to avoid is happening because you try to avoid that. So how do they solve that? On the Euro 6 engine, they did install a larger oil pan. What did I say? Now this new larger oil pan is capable of 4.5 liters of oil. And if you remove the oil pan, it's even more, 5.2, I believe. I don't remember very well, but it is a lot of oil, and it is the reason why those engines and some more stuff that I can discuss with you. There is the main reason why those engines are really becoming good again, because the Euro 5 was a mess. Now the Euro 6 engine has a lot of stuff, a lot of peripherals around the engine and the EGR and whatnot. If you can understand, it has a second EGR. That's right, one more EGR to fail. Not so fast. If it was not for the second EGR, you have to use the AdBlue additive. The what's it called in English? In Portuguese is urea. Urea. I really have to do. I really need to check this stuff before I do the videos, or pause the video and go check it. But whatever. AdBlue. And that small of an engine cannot do AdBlue because it really is very small, and it needs its heat and whatever in the car, the engine that cannot produce a lot of heat. And more than that, you need more space for all the NOx stuff. I will do videos for that. I will do a video for the exhaust, the entire exhaust system on modern cars, so you to understand what is the importance of DPF for the NOx, for the catalyst, the precats, all that stuff. Okay, not for this video. So on this new engine, they cure the problem with more oil, even though the new engine has even a low-grade oil, lower on the viscosity, even lower, and even more pressure, physical pressure and temperature inside and around the engine, and still those engines are behaving really good, just because of the quantity of oil that is inside the oil pan. Another thing that is good, obviously, when you increase the emission standards, you also have a better fuel management, a better injection. A direct injection of fuel. It's better, it's more refined, more sprays for every BMS, because yes, you have more than one spray for every BMS. So what is the solution for the 1.3 Euro 5 engine? No, don't need to modify your oil pan. You just need to do the maintenance, the oil replacement more often. That is the same thing of having more oil on the pan. If you do every 10,000 kilometers, that is what I recommend, with always a perfect new high quality oil filter, that engine will last you a lot longer. And if the engine will last you a lot longer, the chain will also last you a lot longer. Everything, it is good stuff happening all at once, because you do one good deed and now you are screwed. Sorry. Now you do one good thing, and now all the other things will also accompany that effect. The chain will last you a lot longer. The piston rings will not stuck together to the piston. And I know this because I did repair these engines, and I did modify the services of these cars, and they gain years of life. They gain thousands and thousands of kilometers of life, because I've changed the way they did the service. It's really that important. Okay, I know some engines are not so susceptible to this, but it's just the way it is. If you have this problem, you cannot ignore it. You either sell your car or do something about it. You cannot be complaining all the time, saying this car sucks because of that. Do something about that. I'm not talking to you specifically, sorry, to all in general, because I do see this every day. I do want to do videos actually doing this stuff on the engines, but I don't have it to do. I'm hoping this next year things will be a little bit different. I did a video about next year. It's going out in a few, let me check, a few months? 1 month? Well, in a while. And also on that video you can figure out why I'm having this clothing in another car. It's nothing special, but Easter egg, why not? Guys, that is it, guys. I really hope you like this video. This is more like an introduction video for this problem. If you are having this problem with oil consumption on your engine, whatever engine you are working, or any make and model that you may have, it's all the same. If you have problems on your engine, try to do something about that, okay? So, but on this specific case of the 1.3 liter, you have the piston rings stuck on there. Do your service more often, and you will see that the problem will disappear eventually. I do hope you like this video. I hope you can consider subscribe and share with your friends. Also, on the description below, there is a lot of information that can and will be useful for you. Also there you have links for helps for the channel that are very important for me and ultimately for you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It's more important than the subscribe button at this time. So if you only can subscribe once, you can do the subscribe on every video by doing the like. Okay, very important right now. See you next time, guys. Bye.